Hey guys, so right here I'm just putting down the closure and I didn't get my T-pins yet. I did order some from eBay, but I didn't get them yet. And every time I go to the beauty supply store, I forget. So I'm going to continue using my thumbtacks because they've been working for the past 5 or 6 wigs that I've done. I'm going to take the hair and clip it up. I would usually get a scrunchie, but it wasn't on hand. I don't know what happened to it. So I'm just going to use my hair clip. So I started using nylon thread because it's better for me than cotton thread. It doesn't tangle as much. When sewing down this closure, um, around the band of the, what is this called? The dome cap, I don't want to go through the spandex part of it. Not the spandex, but I don't want to go through the elastic part of the dome cap. You know, it's thick in the front and then in the back it's not thick anymore. That's the elastic band around it. Of course, you guys know. I'm just going to try to go over the satin lay of that area.
Confession that you're my obsession. You're pulsing through me. The blood is rushing and I am trusting you'll come save me. My knees are feeling weak. Your body's close to me. I want you to come to rescue.
And now I'm working on the other side. Again, we're going to go through the satin part of the dome cap, but not the elastic. Do not go all the way through, or you might mess up the stretch of your dome cap. Another thing I wanted to mention was make sure you're slightly pulling it firmly so that your closure will lay flat. I'm not doing any particular loop and hoop and all those things that people do. I'm just doing regular sewing. And right here, you're able to see a better view of what I'm doing once I move my hand out of the way. The lighting does alternate because, again, I'm standing in front of a ring light and it's kind of like, the shadows just make it go light and bright and light and bright. But back here, you can see a better view of how I'm doing my sewing. So now we're at the back. I kept my wefts doubled just because it's kinky curly hair and we don't need it to lay flat because it has a lot of volume. So I kept the weft doubled and it made it quicker as far as making the wig. We are on the circumference of the dome cap, so we're not going through the elastic as I said in the front of the dome cap. We're just going to go through the satin overlay so we don't alternate the stretch of the dome cap. And I'm going to sew this one all the way, basically from ear to ear. You guys know I usually put a track underneath the cap in case I want to put my hair up, but with kinky curly hair, because it's so big, I'm not going to plan to put it up. And if I do, it's going to maybe be like a half bun at the top. So right here, I'm just seeing how far I need to go, and I'm going to continue to sew this all around.
Come and rescue me. My knees are feeling weak. Your body's close to me.
Okay, so I do tie it once I get to the end where I'm going to fold it over just to make it secure. And right here, you see me struggling to try to make it lay as flat as possible, even though there's no need to, but I still want my wig to be well constructed. I'm going to fold it over because, as I said, the wig does not need to be flat. And I'm going to try to get that fold to try to lay as flat as possible. And in the beginning, I do go through the weft, and then later on down, maybe after 3 times of going through the weft, I begin to sew around the weft to ensure that my tracks or my bundles last as long as they possibly can. Right here is the end of the 24-inch bundle, and I just tied it up. And this is me coming back around the 22-inch bundle. And this bundle is still doubled. All my bundles will be doubled until I get to the 18-inch bundle. So the 20, 22, and 24-inch bundle will be doubled and will be folded over. So right here, you just see me finishing up with the 22-inch bundle. I'm going to do the same with the 20-inch, and with the 18-inch, I'm going to, again, leave it single. And right now, I'm just, what am I saying? I'm just attaching the 18-inch to the closure. Supposedly, this is to make it lay flat for some people, but for me, it's just so that I don't have any spaces or gaps because we don't want that. Like I said, I'm not doing any particular loop method. I'm just putting it through. Excuse my camera for going off. In a minute it's gonna go like up or down or something. See, we'll see what I'm talking about. Like I don't know what happened. But I'm gonna move it back in so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna finish sewing the rest of this 18-inch, and actually I did use basically all 4 bundles. I had like a small 3-inch maybe piece of this bundle left over, but I wanted it to be very full, so I used all of the bundles and try to pack them on in there. And I'll be back once we start to sew the elastic band on.
There is no place and no moment in history where I could stand and say, arithmetic begins here.
Okay, right here I'm just showing you the inside of the cap, and I'm gonna cut that U piece off of the lace, around the lace closure or under the lace closure, sorry guys. And I'm going so that the lace can be exposed and it'll be, more closely resemblant of my scalp and not a black cap up under it. And I'm gonna cut that off. I measure my head with the elastic, and then after I measure my head, I cut off 7 inches. You can do it to what you prefer, but I prefer my wigs to be sturdy, and I don't like wig clips because I like my edges and I like the nape. I like my hair all around my hairline, so I don't like really using clips anywhere. So I'm gonna sew this elastic band on to the beginning portion of where I cut off that part of the dome cap. And I'm going to go through the cap, the elastic, and the lace so that it can be secure. And this will also ensure that your wig closure and everything lays flat and that your wig does not fall off your head. And right here, I'm just plucking the part. Usually I don't even pluck too much from the part because the closures that I have been receiving are really like well made, and um, the parts are not too thin or too thick, but I always end up plucking a little bit off. So you can pluck to your liking, and that is it. After this, we will cut off the lace.